Hey guys, so today's video is on a Glam mummy. So to get started, I already went ahead and put on my Bare Minerals Natural Foundation. Now I'm just going in with my Wander Beauty Foundation in Light, and I'm just setting my liquid foundation that I already put on into place. So now I'm going to take this Deck of Scarlet palette number 5, and I'm going to take that purpley shade, and I'm just going to place that into the outer part of my eye, and I'm just going to do some circular motions, do some patting motions, to really get that color on the eye and blend it out. It is a darker shade, and darker shades are harder to blend, so doing a little bit at a time and building it up is really going to help make it look nice and smooth and not patchy. No one wants patchy eyeshadow, so this does take some time, but just be patient with it. You can see I'm going into the crease, and yeah. So next I'm going to cut crease, so I'm just taking some concealer, and I'm going to pat it onto my eyelid and just kind of make a nice sharp outline for the white eyeshadow that we are going to place on top of it. So I'm actually using an eyeliner brush, which I don't recommend. Definitely get a flat synthetic brush. I have one from Sonia Kashuk that I really like, but I couldn't find it, so yeah. So now I'm taking that white eyeshadow from that Deck of Scarlet palette, and I'm just placing that right on top of the concealer that we just did. And that's going to set that concealer and also make it look better. Yeah. So next I'm going to take that same brush that we used for that purple shadow earlier, and I'm just going to basically blend that line between the white shadow and the purple shadow so that we don't have any harsh lines, that it looks nice and smooth and gradient. So just do that until you like how it looks. Then that Deck of Scarlet palette comes with a blackish brownish eyeliner. I'm not really sure of the color because it's not like a true black. So I'm just taking that and putting that on my waterline because I am going to apply false lashes off camera after this step, and you will see that. Alright, lashes on, so I'm just taking that purple shadow and just kind of putting that on my lower lash line, and then I'm taking a different brush and then adding a little bit more shadow and just kind of smoking out that lower lash line so that it's not a harsh line because we don't like that look. And I'm just kind of connecting the lower lash line with the top lash line, and then I'm taking that same eyeliner that we used on our upper lash line and putting it on my lower lash line just to kind of make it a very dark smoky look. We want our eyes to be nice and dark. Now I'm taking a mixture of that purple shade and brown shade in my Deck of Scarlet palette, and I'm just kind of outlining the hollow points of my cheeks. So you can see I'm kind of sucking in my cheeks to see where that hollow point is, and then I'm just basically tracing it and then going down a little bit towards my chin. And then I'm taking a fluffy brush and blending that out so that it's not a harsh line, that it looks very realistic and just like it's a hollow point in our cheeks. So blend it until you like it. And then I'm going to go back in with that white shadow in that Deck of Scarlet palette just to really kind of make this pop and to also clean up some of the lines that don't look that great. So this is a good hack. Then I'm just going to repeat the same thing on the other side in fast motion. So now I'm going in with that purple shade from the Deck of Scarlet palette. Very lightly I am tapping underneath my eyes. We don't want this to be a super harsh looking under eye bag situation. We just want to make it look very nice and light. So make sure you are tapping very lightly if you are using any type of pigmented eyeshadow. So next I'm just going to kind of hollow out my temples a little bit. I only did half of it on this side. I don't know why, but I finished it later. But just make a circle right where your temples are. I'm using a mixture of that purple and brown shade that I used on my cheeks, and just doing it on both sides of my temples. And also just make sure you blend it out too. Then I'm going to take that purple shade and I'm just going to run that along the sides of my nose. Nothing too fancy here. And then I'm going to take that purple shade again and basically just put it up my nostril, and yeah, it looks really gross, and it is kind of gross. So if you got any boogers, make sure you blow your nose ahead of time, but yeah, just put that in your nose. And now I'm just taking whatever's left on the brush. I'm not going in with any new colors. I'm literally just taking the excess product and then putting it onto my forehead, just running it all over. And then I'm going to take that beauty blender and just kind of run that over. This is the beauty blender that I used for my foundation. So I'm just kind of running it over so that it doesn't look too harsh or anything. We just want subtleness. This look is all about subtleness. So then I'm going to take that white eyeshadow from that Deca Scarlet palette. That's why I use this whole look. And I'm basically just highlighting my face with it. So any of the points of our face where we didn't put any of the brown or purple shadow, I'm putting that white shadow just to kind of make everything pop more. So I decided I want to put some of that purple shadow around my nostrils. So I am just doing that here and then just kind of blending out a little bit with my fingers so it's not so harsh. And then I'm taking my sponge that I used earlier for my foundation and just kind of taking the excess and putting it on my lips. I did put some of that purple shadow in my lips that I didn't mention earlier, but yeah, I did do that. And this is what it looks like when I add my wig. Now I'm going to put in my contacts that I got from Camo Eyes, I believe. I could not see shit with these on, so I do think the contacts pull it together, but yeah, I couldn't see anything. So this is it. I hope you guys like this super glam mummy look. I think it's gorgeous. Honestly, it's a gorgeous little mummy. So hopefully you guys like it too. It's crazy easy. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video. Leave a comment, and I will see you guys in my next tutorials. Mwah!